Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon is his upcoming film, his latest after The Irishman in 2019. The film has been described as a western, is based on the non-fiction book of the same name by David Gran, and stars for the first time ever in a feature film under Scorsese both of his famous muses, Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. For those who don't know, this movie with its whopping $200 million budget follows a series of murders of members of the Native American Osage tribe in the 1920s. The film finished filming a while back, and there's been quite a bit of news regarding the movie, which we'll discuss in this video. And also news of Scorsese's next film after Flower Moon. As long-time subscribers of this channel will know, I've been following Scorsese's projects, but haven't made a video on Killers of the Flower Moon in a while. And that's partly been because there's been very little information on it, and much of the info we have had has often been conflicting. So for a long time I've just not really known what's going on. For example, there were reports late last year that the movie finished filming, but then it turned out that was only for some of the cast, not all. Then there was news that the movie was going to be released in the fall of this year, which, as I mentioned in a previous video, seemed way too quick for a Scorsese film, especially as news came that there were reshoots or additional filming being done early this year. Unlike The Irishman, which had a social media post announcing filming had wrapped, as far as I'm aware, there has not been any official announcement concluding the filming of Flower Moon. Even before all of this, the proposed filming date of the movie kept getting pushed back. So it's all a bit all over the place. And speaking of being pushed back, surprise surprise, Killers of the Flower Moon will not be coming out this year. Instead, the gap between The Irishman and Flower Moon will now be 4 years, with Scorsese's new movie proposed to debut with the Cannes Film Festival, and then released to the public in the fall of next year. So we're more than a year away from seeing this film. I'm not really that disappointed, to be honest, because I kinda expected it. I just didn't think it would be possible for a Scorsese film to finish filming and be released in the same year. With his track record, you're looking at a year in post-production at least, and apparently the movie is delayed because it won't be ready in time for the fall of 2022. So I'm fine with that. You don't rush Scorsese. But instead of just ruining your day with yet another video saying Flower Moon has been delayed, there's some more tidbits of information. Firstly, according to reports, Leonardo DiCaprio's salary for the movie is an insane $30 million. That's something like 15% of the entire film's budget. Apparently, paying stars mega bucks up front is becoming more of a trend with streaming, as actors are likely to make less money if they take a cut of the film's box office, with most of these movies, including Flower Moon, heading to streaming after they've done their run in cinemas. In addition to this, there has been a report online saying that a rough cut of the film has been screened, and the following statements are reportedly from insiders who are involved with the movie in some way. It goes without saying that I can't verify if these are real or not, but anyway, the first says, "I've heard nothing but amazing things about Killers of the Flower Moon. Paramount and Apple are very excited. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jesse Plemons and Lily Gladstone's performances are top-notch. Oscar noms for all 3 of them. De Niro's role is shorter than it is in the book." The second says, "Fantastic buzz flying around for Killers of the Flower Moon. Although I'm skeptical, I've heard the phrase Scorsese's career best. Leo is a conflicted villain, De Niro is a bad guy but in a much smaller role. Jesse Plemons is the good guy, still being edited but some people have seen a cut." Another expert says, "It is a bravura piece of filmmaking in all areas, and with a social consciousness as the book was at its heart." Exciting stuff, but no new information really. You're not going to get people saying, "Oh, I think the film is shit." But the one thing that sticks out from both statements is the suggestion that De Niro's role in the movie is much smaller than it was in the book. As a huge De Niro fan, that is disappointing news. I mean, I know he wasn't going to have a huge role, but he isn't in the book that much, and to think he's in the film even less kind of takes away from this movie being the long-awaited Scorsese, De Niro, DiCaprio team-up. In any case, if you don't know the story, I can tell you, at the very least, De Niro's role is still a very important one to the movie's story, even if, as these reports suggest, he isn't going to be in it that much. But it does not seem the initial buzz of the film has him touted for, say, a Best Supporting Actor nomination or anything like that. The same news outlet also said a teaser trailer for the film had been rated, so should be releasing sometime soon, but I doubt it, as that news came about before the announcement that the movie was headed to 2023. And on to perhaps the most exciting news of the video, a question that's been in the back of my mind for some time. What is Martin Scorsese doing after Killers of the Flower Moon? He dropped Devil in the White City, so what's next? Well, and again, worth mentioning that there's often Scorsese projects being announced that never get made, but Scorsese's next film after Flower Moon is set to be again at Apple, again starring DiCaprio, and again based on a David Grann book, only this time the book hasn't been released yet. The book is called The Wager, a tale of shipwreck, mutiny and murder. The plot is as follows. Wager takes place in the 1740s, when a beat-up boat containing 30 men crash lands onto the coast of Brazil. The men are the lone survivors of a British ship that was chasing a Spanish vessel. Their tale of surviving the seas and elements made them heroes. However, another boat shows up on the shores of Chile, containing 3 men who reveal that the other ship was full of mutineers. A trial set by the British Admiralty ensures, and the brutal truth is uncovered. A shipwreck movie? Sounds very un-Scorsese, and I do have DiCaprio fatigue. I mean, come on, pick someone else already. But this does sound very cool, an awesome premise. It sounds like something Werner Herzog would direct. So are you excited for The Wager? And what do you make of the news about Killers of the Flower Moon? Let me know in the comments below. Before we end, I got a patron, Andre Millington. Thank you, Andre. I also want to thank my channel members, the new OnGoam24, Rikers and Michael Awatwi. If you want early access to videos and exclusive videos, consider becoming a channel member, and thanks for watching.